our schools! SOS! Save our schools! SOS! Save our schools! SOS! Save our schools!
We are here today because the state has not prioritized education. Furthermore, our campus at UC Berkeley, students were non-violently protesting the budget cuts, and they were further then attacked by the police while they were standing peacefully on our own campuses. So one, let me give you a couple facts. In 1985, the state spent 6% of their money on the UC system and 6% on corrections and rehabilitation. Today, the state spends 4% of their budget on UC, while they spend close to 12% on corrections and rehabilitation. We used to be the same, and now today it's around 4 times more.
I am here because I have been deeply disappointed in the direction America has taken since 9/11/2001. I've grown up in New York City. I'm from Manhattan. I think that this nation relented like a bunch of cowards when it came to figuring out who actually did 9/11, and instead, by using our age-old legacies of imperial racism and corporate domination, we were very easily able to convince a stupid population that invading Iraq would suffice for revenge for 9/11. Well, that's bullshit. People on 9/11 in the city that I grew up in were killed. There's no justice for them being killed yet, and now Barack Obama and George Bush are both complicitous with blood on their hands, and both of them belong in jail for the rest of their lives. That's why I'm here, and part of that, symptomatically, is that the economy has been completely destroyed as a result of what's happened after 9/11. It was already going in a bad direction before, but the corruption of the security industrial complex and the financial services industry, which have colluded with each other to create monopoly money and a phony economy, have completely transformed how we value people, how we value society, such that now enjoyment, the extraction of a pound of flesh from another human being, all those things are more valued than actual human beings, than the future, than people going to school, than people getting health care, than us having clean air and water, having public transportation. That's a bit of the reasons why I'm here, but I think it's all connected. War has destroyed our country's morals, and the economy being destroyed is an aspect of that, because if we don't care about each other, why the hell would we have an economy that would care about each other? If we don't care about people in other countries who we kill innocently, who we just killed, they didn't do anything, right? People in Pakistan, they never attacked the United States. Why the hell are we bombing them with drones? It's totally fucked up.
The greed just doesn't happen on Wall Street. Greed just doesn't happen among these corporate boardrooms. Greed happens here at the UC, right? One of the main things that we deal with as a union is protecting the integrity of the classroom and making sure that class sizes don't increase dramatically, that our workloads aren't involved, because our working conditions are where you all learn and where you all do your work. It is the most depressing thing for an educator such as myself to have to reject people that need the class that I'm teaching in order to graduate. I came here to teach, I came here to try to drop some knowledge about Guatemala and history in general, and I can't do that because the UC keeps cutting funding and keep forcing me to reject you all and not let you be a part of these classrooms. It's a travesty, it's depressing, it's just completely fucked up.
In 4 years, tuition is expected to rise to $22,000. $22,000. That is a gross amount of money. That is insane. When only around 5 years ago, tuition was just $5,000. $5,000 to $22,000 in 4 years. That is insane. That is not okay, and we are here to protest that.
I think just one of the main reasons is the effects that I've seen on education, on the defunding of education, and the effects that it's had on my personal education as an undocumented student. This is my 4th year at UCSB, but I've so far taken 4 quarters off in my total time, so I guess I'm a junior standing in that sense. And I came in as an undocumented student paying in-state tuition, but everything out of pocket. So having to do that, I made a plan, okay, tuition's gonna cost $2,700 per quarter. I can do that. I can manage that. I've worked 3 summer jobs every year to be able to pay for that. And every year it kept rising, right? My second year it was a 32% increase. which had a very, very fast impact on my education. My third year, I was only able to attend school for 1 quarter because I couldn't afford the 32% increase. Now I hear a 16% increase every year, and that just doesn't fit in with the plan that I had to struggle to pay for education. And I feel the pressure of being slowly pushed out of UCSB, and I see that with a lot of my peers, documented and undocumented, not being able to afford school, which is supposed to be a public education.
We're in solidarity with everybody. We're the future, not only of this country, but of the entire world. And we're in a situation right now where the forces of old and evil, represented by the various administrations and the police forces, are actually preventing us from becoming who we're supposed to become. Whatever the heck that is that we're supposed to become, we have to figure it out, but we're not even allowed to figure it out, because as we are figuring it out, the things that they want us to be, corporate managers, financial managers, comprador trader police forces for their corrupt administrations, when we don't want to be those things, they beat us down. They tell us that we're doing something that's irrational, that's out of the ordinary. This is what's at stake right now. Your right to be who you want to be as an individual. Either you have to stand up with all of us right now and not stop standing up until all this is changed, or you can accept a future in which other people will tell you who you are, will guide your dreams and desires, and will fit you into a cog in a machine. All right? That's what's at stake right now.
I would like to see true representation of what the masses are asking for, and I think the general public is asking for a truly public education, a truly free education. UC used to be free, and now it's not. It's not free for any of us, and it's accessible to those who can afford to pay for it, which isn't the low-income people, which isn't people of color, which isn't undocumented people. So it's as high of an aspiration as that sounds, it's a free education.